some of the students, they are having their unit test, so I guess some of them are busy with it. So without wasting time, we are going to continue with today's topic. So everyone, please write down the topic that we are going to discuss today is called probability. So please write down probability. Probability. Okay, probability. So the reason why you need to understand this chapter properly is because in class 12 you will get this particular chapter in your ISC examination for 14 marks. For how many marks? You're going to get this for 14 marks. Is that clear? So once again, those who joined late, the name of the topic that we are doing today is called probability. This is gonna come in your ISC for 14 marks. So if you understand the basics in class 11 itself, then you'll find it very easy. Very easy. Aditya, okay, just a minute. I'm waiting for a few of the students to join. Okay, everyone. So today's topic that we are going to do is called probability. So this is very important because this you are going to get probability for 14 marks in class 12. Is that clear? So today I'm going to teach you the basics of probability and a few more types. Now look at the board. Everyone, please write down the definition. So please in your copy write down the definition. Write down the definition. Write down let capital S within bracket write down sample space. Let capital S within bracket write down sample space be the set of all possible outcomes. Let capital S, that is, what is S? S is a set of all possible outcomes or results. So all outcomes. So what is capital S? Capital S is the set of all possible outcomes within bracket result. Okay, and and capital A be an event and capital A be an event which contains all the elements which are favorable to A. Favorable to A. Then the probability of A then the probability of A denoted by, just below that write down, denoted by capital P open bracket A, this is the probability of A, will be equal to the total number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes that is probability of A is, see, total number of favorable outcome means all the elements which are favorable to A will come under this particular set, that will be denoted by N of A, and total number of outcome will be denoted by S, so N of S. So this is the probability, this is the formula for probability. And what is A? A is an event. Suppose you have to find the probability of B. B is another event. Then probability of B is gonna be n of B divided by n of S. S is the total outcome. Where total outcome. So I'll just explain everything in detail. So right now, just understand the definition of probability, everyone. So once again, what is the definition of probability? Let capital S be the sample space, that is all possible outcomes when you conduct an experiment. Is that clear? And capital A be an event. Capital A be an event which contains all the favorable elements. Then the probability of A, denoted by capital P open bracket A, is equal to the total number of favorable outcome divided by total number of outcome. That is, probability of A equal to n of A divided by n of S. So please copy this fast. Please copy this fast. So I'll explain this properly. Where did I keep my duster? Oh, I will explain this by giving you an example, the same formula, okay? Okay, write down example. Please write down example. A dice is rolled. A dice is rolled. A dice is rolled. A dice is rolled. What is the probability of getting an even number? What is the probability of getting an even number? What is the probability of getting an even number? Okay, so everyone look at the board. So see, what is capital S? S is a sample space. So when you roll a die, what are the possible results that you can get? You can get one dice one, मतलब त्यो ludo खेल्ने है. You can get one, you can get two, you can get three, you can get four, you can get five, and you can get six. So these are the possible results. So this becomes your sample space. ल अब favorable one मतलब तिमीलाई के चाहिएको छ? So let A be the event and you need an even number. So what are the elements which are favorable to A? Even number kun kun ho? 2, 4, र 6. So these are the elements which are favorable to you. So the question is, what is the probability that when you roll a dice, the number which you get on the dice is an even number? So probability of A, you already know the formula. It is n of A divided by n of S. And what is A? A is the number of elements which are favorable to A. So how many elements? N means the cardinal number. कतिवटा elements छ भनेको. So A मा कतिवटा छ? 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 elements divided by S. How many elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 elements are there. Is that clear? So what is the probability of A? 3 ones are 3 twos are 6. So this is the definition of probability. In all the questions which you come across, this is what you are going to do always. Is that clear? So this is how you what do you call solve a question on probability. This is how you solve a question on probability. So I have explained the meaning of a sample space. What is A? Is an event. Event means a set which consists of all the favorable elements. तिमीलाई जे चाहिएको छ, it comes under this set. Is that clear? And probability of this set will be equal to n of A divided by n of S. So if they ask you probability of B, then probability of B is gonna be n of B divided by n of S. That means number of elements which are favorable to B divided by number of elements, total number of outcome. Similarly, probability of C will be n of C divided by n of S. So this is the general definition of probability, everyone. So I hope you have understood the general definition of probability. Now next, please take a screenshot of this. So that was just a definition. Probability is not that difficult because there are very limited there are very limited formulas. There are very limited formulas. Okay. So now next. Linear programming matrix probability is not there. Okay, just wait for a moment. Okay, so just go through whatever has been taught. Mm. So this is whatever you have done, whatever is being done out here. Okay, so this was taught in class, what do you call, class 10 also. Now the change that you have to learn in class 11, so I'll just explain that part to you. The change that you have to learn, I'll just explain that part to you. So the thing that you have to learn is, everyone, the thing that you have to learn is, whenever you have to find the probability of two or more events, whenever you have to find the probability of two or more events. Okay, so I'll just rub this. So what were the questions that was taught in class 10? The same type of questions. It's just that we have to learn how to find out the probability of two events which are given together. Okay, so this is again class 10 co revision. Suppose, okay, suppose in a bag there are 20 cards numbered from 1 to 20. Got it? So there are 20 cards, and each number, there in each card there is a number written, and the numbers are from 1 to 20. So what is the sample space? Sample space mano matlab all possible outcomes. So when you take out a card, the number on the card could be 1, it could be 2, it could be 3, it could be 4, it could be 5, it could be 6, it could be 7, dot dot dot, it could be till 20. So this is the sample space. So number of elements in the sample space is 20. The number of elements in the sample space is 20. Is that clear? Now the first question is, what is the probability of getting an even numbered card? So the first event, that means the set of elements which I need are your even numbers. So can you tell me what are your even numbers? What are your even numbers? So even numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. So these are numbers which are favorable to this particular event, because I want to find out the probability that out of 20 cards, the card which I draw is an even number. So probability of A is going to be n of A divided by n of S. So what is n of A? Number of elements in A: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 divided by 20, that there is a half a chance, 1 by 2. So always keep in mind, this was taught in class 7, class 10 also, that the probability can never be more than 1. Some of the students might get confused out here only. So why can't the probability be more than 1? Because see, probability is a ratio. Probability is a ratio. Suppose I give you a sum to solve. I suppose I give you 10 sums to solve. Okay, so what is the maximum number of sums which you can get it correct? You can get one sum correct, you can get two sum correct, you can get three sum correct, you can get four sum correct, or you can get all the sums correct. That means you can get all the 10 sums correct. That means 10 by 10 is 1. So it can never exceed, the probability can never exceed 1. Keep that in mind. Is that clear? Okay. So 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 the probability of getting an even number is this. So let me find out the probability that the number on the card is a multiple of 3. Multiple of 3. Multiple of 3. So can you tell me what numbers will be inside the set B? Multiple of 3 means what? 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, 3 threes are 9, 3 fours are 12, 3 fives are 15, 3 six are 18, 3 sevens are 21. 21 is not there. So what is the probability that when you draw a card from the bag, okay, and that card is a multiple of 3. So how many cards are favorable to you? That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means out of 6 cards, जुनै आयो भने पनि हुन्छ नि त, because these are multiple of 3. So 6 divided by total is how much? 20. So when you cancel 2 threes are 2 tens are see 3 by 10. That means out of 10 chances, there is 3 chance that the card drawn from the bag will be a multiple of 3. So these were the type of questions that were taught in class 10. So we will continue from there only. So I hope you understood the definition of a sample space. Sample space भन्नु मतलब when you sample space means all the possible outcome, or you can say results of a particular experiment. So in this case, a bag contained 20 cards numbered from 1 to 20. So when you take out any card, the number on the card could be 1 to 20, not more than that, not less than that. So the sample space is 20. So I'll ask you one question. When you toss a coin, सोचा था, when you toss a coin, what will be the outcome? Can anyone tell me what will be the outcome?
So either heads or tails.
Very good. So there'll be two outcomes, head or tail. Now, continuing with that only, if you toss two coins together, so what will be the outcome? What will be the outcome? So I'll just explain how to calculate that outcome also. So when more than one experiment is being conducted, that means out here when you roll a dice, only one experiment is being conducted. But if I tell you when you roll two dice, what is the outcome? त्यति बेला. So see, so त्यस्तो खालको question चाहिँ was not there in class 10. Now those type of questions will be there in class 11 and 12. Okay, so sample space, when you toss two coins, so it is very simple. For the first coin, there are two outcomes, and for the second coin, there are also two outcomes. So two twos are, there will be four outcomes. What are the four outcomes? Head, head, दुईटा head आउनु सक्छ, दुईटै tail आउनु सक्छ, एउटा head, एउटा tail. The first will be head, the second will be tail, or the first will be tail and the second will be head. So an easy way of finding the sample space. Is that clear? Similarly, everyone, when you roll two dice, when you roll two dice, can you tell me how many sample space are you going to get? So here, every dice ma, how many outcomes will be there? There will be six outcomes. Yes or no? 1 to 6. And in the second dice, how many outcomes? 6. So in total, there will be 36 outcomes. How many outcomes? 36 outcomes. How are these possible? जस्तै हेर, फर्स्ट डाइसमा 1 आयो भने सेकेन्ड डाइसमा 1 आउन सक्छ, या त फर्स्ट डाइसमा 1 आयो भने यु क्यान गेट सेकेन्ड डाइसमा 2, 1 आयो भने 3, 1 आयो भने 4, 1 आयो भने 5 and 1 आयो भने 6. So after this there is no other possibility. Similarly, if you get 2 in the first die, you can get 1 in the second die. If you get 2 in the first die, you can get 2 in the second die. If you get 2 in the first die, you can get 3 in the second die. Similarly, this is dot 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 गरेर कहाँसम्म आउँछ? If you get 6 in the first die, 3 1 हुन्छ, 3 1 हुन्छ, 4 1 हुन्छ, 5 1 हुन्छ. Similarly, last is if you get 6 on the first die, then you can get 1 in the second die, or 6 2, 6 3, 6 4, 6 5, 6 5 and 6 6. So you can see 36 were outcomes. How? Eta 6, eta 6. So 6 6 are 36. So these are the sample space. So when the number of experiments keeps on increasing, we did not find out the sample space, but the how many outcomes will you get, that is more than enough. For example, अब दुईटा डाइस को त भयो नि, ए सरी दुईटा coin को. So when you toss three coins, when you toss three coins, So instead of finding the sample space, because finding the sample space is another homework, but like see, we are not interested in finding the entire sample space. The only thing, because see, the definition says favorable divided by total. So we just need to know how many outcomes or results will be there. So when you when you toss three coins, so what are the outcomes? So the first coin, two outcomes, second coin, two outcomes, and the third coin, three outcomes. Sorry, two outcomes. So two twos are four twos are eight outcomes will you get. About your eight KKO, you can find it out, but it's why waste time when we don't need that only. The simplest one I can tell you is Tintana head, 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 head. First coin ma'am head, second coin ma'am head, third coin ma'am head. Second ma'am, first coin ma'am tail, tail, tail. There can be so many permutations and combination. Head, दुईटाई tail, एउटा head, एउटा tail, एउटा head. So in total, just the permutation combination गरे पनि the total number of sample space is 8, and this is what we require. Is that clear? Similarly, when you roll 3 dice, when you roll 3 dice, what will be the outcome? So first dice my 6, second dice my 6, third dice my 6. So 6 6 are 36, 36 into 6 is 216. So you'll get 216. So if someone asks you what is the simplest output which you can think of, result is first dice ma 1, second dice ma 1, third dice ma 1, 1 1 1. Next 2 2 2, 3 3 3, 4 4 4, 5 5 5, 6 6 6. छवटा त भयो, अब 210 वटा अझै हुन्छ, but we don't need to find those because we already got the what we needed. That means the total number of outcome is very important for us. Is that clear? So this is how you find out the sample space. So please take a screenshot of this, how to find out the sample space, how to find out the sample space. So now I'm going to teach you a very important formula which you will be needing in class 12 also. Okay, please write down everyone. Please write down everyone. So this was there in sets also, whether you remember it or not, but still look at the board everyone. Union, 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 this symbol means or, okay, and or means plus, and intersection, this symbol means and, means and this symbol means multiplication. So if they tell you to find the probability of A or probability of B, then it means union. Is that clear? If they tell you to find probability of A and B, that means probability of A intersection B. Is that clear? Okay, now we come to a very important formula. So in class 10, you learned only how to find out the probability of individual events, like probability of A, probability of B, probability of C. Now, today I'm going to teach you how to find the probability of two events connected with each other. Is that clear? So everyone look at the board formula. If you have done sets properly, you'll understand that this is one of the formulas of set, formula of set theory. Okay, so the formula says probability of A union B, probability of A union B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. So this is the formula which connects two events when two events, because see, from the set, I'm just going to explain this formula from set theory. Look at the board everyone. Suppose this is A and this is a set B. This is a set A and this is a set B. Got it? So what was A union B? A union B means all the elements of A, that means all the elements of A plus all the elements of B, Got it? But this particular part, the common part, you have taken twice, isn't it? Because when you took A, you took the whole thing, and when you took B, you took the whole thing. So you have to subtract the intersection part, A intersection B. So this is the meaning of A union B. The same thing as is applicable out here. So probability of A union B, probability that the event A or the event B will be equal to either probability of A or probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. So this is a very important formula which will help us calculate the probability of two events connected with each other. So once again, union means or sometimes we write plus also. Intersection, that u, sorry, ulta u means and, so we write multiplication. So please take a screenshot of this particular formula. So please take a screenshot of this particular formula. Okay, done. So this one, the first formula. Now I will teach you the two formulas also, because this is the main formula and the remaining two formulas. Look at this, everyone. If A and B are mutually mutually exclusive, mutually exclusive, mutually exclusive means there is nothing common between A and B. That is, A intersection B is equal to phi. Phi banu matlab empty set. Phi banu matlab empty set. Is that clear? If there is nothing common between A and B, then it is called a mutually exclusive event. Then what is gonna happen? If A intersection B कुनै पनि एलिमेन्टै छैन भने the probability of that element is going to be 0. So that is, probability of A intersection B will be equal to 0. Therefore, probability of A union B will be equal to probability of A plus probability of B. Didn't I tell you union means or means plus? So when does a union be equal to probability A plus probability of B? When there is nothing common between A and B. Now this is gonna make sense, okay? So A intersection B equal to 5 भन्नुको मतलब के हो? A र B को common नै छैन. These are disjoint sets. These are disjoint sets. So probability of A, okay, union B will be probability of A plus probability of B. This part will not be there. So I hope you understood by the Venn diagram also. So this is called a disjoint set. So please don't get confused which formula to use. It is very simple. If the question says you have to find the probability of A union B, or you have to find the probability of A intersection B, what you do is you find out probability of A, you find out probability of B, and see if there is anything common between A and B. If there is anything common, then we use this formula only. But if there is nothing common between A and B, then that is an empty set or a phi. We say that A and B are mutually exclusive events. So अब अगर A intersection B मा के पनि एलिमेन्टै छैन भने probability, if that number only does not exist, then त्यो आउने probability त के हुन्छ? 0. So this part will be 0. So probability of A union B will be equal to probability of A plus probability of B. So always keep in mind, this formula is applicable only if A and B are disjoint sets. Only if A and B are disjoint sets. Is that clear? So that is the continuation of the first formula. So we can write this as A, and the second formula, that is B. If A and B are independent events, if A and B are independent events, if, look at the board, if A and B are independent events. So you are hearing two different words today. One is mutually exclusive and the other one is independent. Mutually exclusive banu matlab A or B ma nothing is common. I can give an example. Suppose or you get question like, in a bag there are cards numbered from 1 to 20. Got it? Suppose A is an event which contains even numbers. So which are your even numbers? 2, 4, 6, 8. And B is an event which contains odd numbers. What are your odd numbers? 1, 3, 5, 7. So there is nothing common between them, isn't it? So those are called mutually exclusive events or disjoint set banta. So probability of A union B, since there's nothing common between them, will be equal to probability of A plus probability of B, only if they are mutually exclusive. If there is something common between them, then you have to subtract the common probability. Is that clear? Lo abera. If A and B are independent भनेको मतलब the probability of an event does not depend on the other event. That means दुईटै इभेन्टहरु what are they are mutually they are sorry independent events. I can give you an example. Suppose look at this. Okay, when you toss a coin, है लु हेर सक्सेसिभ टस गरौँ न. सो एउटा टस गर्यो, you get what? Either head or you get tail. So second toss garyo, you either get head or you get tail. Third toss garyo, you either get head or you get tail. That means the probability of one does not depend on the other, isn't it? So first my head आए, second my head आउनै पर्छ भन्ने पनि छैन. First my head आए, second my tail आउँछ भन्ने पनि छैन. That means either you can get head or you can tail. So these are called independent events. What are these called? Independent events. So when A and B are independent events, then probability of A intersection B will be equal to probability of A into probability of B. मैले भने नि intersection भन्नुको मतलब and भन्नुको मतलब multiplication. When can you write probability of A intersection B equal to probability of A into probability B? Whenever they are independent events. मैले भनिहाले, like when you roll a dice, you can get a 1 पनि पाउन सक्छ, 2 पनि पाउन सक्छ, 3 पाउन सक्छ, 4 पाउन सक्छ, 5 6 पाउन सक्छ. सपोज 2 पाए रे, सो सेकेन्डमा रोल गर्दाखेरि 2 पाउँदैन भन्न सक्दैनौ, 2 पनि त आउन सक्छ. That means every what do you call, every event has equal likely of coming. So that means they are independent events. So whenever you have to find the probability of A intersection B, then that will be equal to probability of A into probability of B. So these are the three formulas that are new to you. So if you understand this, trust me, in class 12 also we will be doing the same thing, and questions from this entrance examination ma pura आउँछ. So this is the first part of probability. So there are 5 parts. So first and the second part is only there for your class 11 syllabus. Is that clear? So your first part the bhaihaल्यो formula. So once again, this is the main formula. Everyone, union you have already learned in sets. Union भनेको मतलब के हो? I'll just explain those who are not there when I was doing sets. So please pay attention. So suppose this is a set A and this is a set B. There's something common, that's why they are overlapping each other. Okay. So if I say A union B, I mean all the elements of A, got it? All the elements of B and elements which are close to, which are common to A and B. That means the whole thing. That is why probability of A union B will be probability of A भन्दा डल्लै लियो plus probability of B भन्दा पनि डल्लै लियो. तर यो common region दुई खेप लिएकोले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ minus probability of A intersection B भएको. Is that clear? Okay, next. This is union को बुझिहाल्यो. Intersection भन्नु मतलब only the region which is common to A and B. So the elements which are common to A and B, we call it intersection. So A intersection B. So please take a screenshot of this. Okay, so I'll just rub this. Okay, there is one more formula which you have to study. That is called, you must be knowing the meaning of complement. Similar to that. Okay, so everyone look at the board. If A is a set, or if A is an event, that a certain thing, if A is let us say an event, suppose A is an event of success, then we call it A dash or A bar. This is called A complement. This is called failure. This is called failure. So I'll just explain this very easy. Look at the board. Okay, I'll give you a sum. Let us say I give you five sums to do, and out of five sums, you could do only two. So, what is the probability that you will be able to solve the problem? So, out of five, you could do only two. So, this is the probability. That means out of five, you could do only two, isn't it? So, what is probability of A dash? A बनेगा मतलब success, A dash बनेगा failure. So out of five problems, if you could do the problem, if you could do two problems, then how many problems you could not do? Three. So probability of A dash will be 3 by 5. That's why this is called success and failure. So you can calculate this either from observation, or you could calculate probability of A dash as 1 minus probability of A, because I told you overall probability will always be 1. So you can see for yourself, probability of success plus probability of failure will always be equal to 1, overall probability. See, uh, probability of A, what is the probability that you could solve the problem? So out of 5 you could solve the problem only two times, so 2 by 5, plus what is A dash, what is the probability that you could not solve the problem? 3 by 5. So what is the LCM? 5. So 2 plus 3 is 5. So 5 by 5 is 1. So the second formula that you have to learn is probability of A plus A dash is equal to 1. So they don't have a specific name. So you can call it success and failure also. You can call it a success and a failure. Suppose the probability for an event A to occur is 3 by 4. The probability for the event A to occur is 3 by 4. That means out of 4 chances, there is 3 chance that the event A is going to happen or will take place. So what is the probability that the event A will not happen? So out of 4, 3 खेप भयो भने कति खेप हुँदैन? 1 time हुँदैन. So how is that? 1 minus 3 by 4. So 4 ones are 4 minus 3 is 1 by 4. So this is called success and failure. This is called success and failure. So please copy this, everyone, or rather please take a screenshot of this. So I'll just help you with few sums. So these are the only two type of questions which you have to practice in your class 11 syllabus. So tomorrow I will do problems from your book, and we will complete this what do you call chapter tomorrow itself. So the theory was very very important for you, because keeping in mind the what do you call class 12 syllabus, I taught the entire thing to you. Okay, so please look at the board. Now we are just going to do few questions. Okay, look at the board, everyone. These are all IAC type of questions. So right now I'm just teaching. Once I have done with the basics, I'm just focusing on the type of questions that you can expect in your IAC question. So tomorrow I'll do questions from your book. Okay, from your book is not going to be that difficult. So please try to understand type 1. Everyone ready? Okay, see, the question is, I'll just read out the question. A pair of dice is thrown. A pair of dice is thrown. That means two dice are thrown. So what is going to be the sample space? You need not write down all the sample space. In one dice there are 6 outcomes, and in the second dice there are 6 outcomes. So 6 6 there are 36 outcomes. So you got this. So sample space you got to be 36. Okay. Now, what is the probability of getting an even number on the first die, or a total of 8? That means, look at this. I have to find the probability of getting an even number on first dice, or a total of 8. So in class 10, the difference is this. So in class 10, only you have to find the probability of individual events. So it's a combined by okay. So that this is one event, even number on the first die is one event, and total of 8 is another event, or means union. So I have to find the probability of this. In other words, I have to find probability of A union B. Is that clear? So I'll just solve this. Everyone ready? So what is A? A is even number on the first die. So that means you know that when you roll two dice, you'll get two outcomes, one on the first die and second on the second dice. But what do you need? You need an even number on the first die, so you can't have one. So two हुनु पर्यो हैन. On second number it can be anything because it says only even number on the first die. So 2 भयो भने second number मा के हुन सक्छ? 1, it can be 2, it can be 3, it can be 4, it can be 5 and it can be 6. So this is the first even number. So what is the next even number? 4 पनि त हुन सक्छ. So 4 भयो भने second number त जेसुकै होस् मतलबै छैन. 4,2, 4,3, 4,4, 4,5 and 4,6. So what is the next even number? 6, 6,1, 6,2, 6,3, 6,4, 6,5 and 6,6. So this is your favorable, what do you call, outcomes. So event A मा यतिवटा एलिमेन्टहरु चाहिँ छ because it says even number on the first dice. So first dice मा 1 हुन सक्दैन, 3 हुन सक्दैन र 5 हुन सक्दैन. Is that clear? Okay, what is the second one? What is the second one? Second one says a total of 8. That means when you roll one dice, you get a particular number and then you roll the second dice. So whatever numbers which you get from the two dice, जोड्नु total चाहिँ 8 आउनु पर्छ अरे, बुझ्यो? So you can take only those outcomes. So how do you calculate this? It's very easy. ल हेर है, first dice मा के आउनु सक्छ? 1 आउनु सक्छ. So 1 and the total त 7 हुनु पर्यो, sorry 8 हुनु पर्यो. So second dice मा कति आउनु पर्यो? 7, but 7 त एउटा dice मा हुँदैन. So यसको पेयरै हुँदैन रहेछ. So next is 2. So 2 आयो भने के हुन्छ? 6. 3 आयो भने फर्स्ट डाइस मा 3 आयो भने सेकेन्ड डाइस मा के आउनु पर्यो? 5. फर्स्ट डाइस मा 4 आयो भने सेकेन्ड डाइस मा 4 आउनु पर्यो. फर्स्ट डाइस मा 5 आयो भने सेकेन्ड डाइस मा 3 आउनु पर्यो. फर्स्ट डाइस मा 6 आयो भने सेकेन्ड डाइस मा 2 आउनु पर्यो. So these are the outcomes which are favorable to the event B. Is that clear? Now everyone look at the board. Look at the board now. हामीले खोज्नु पर्ने हो probability of A union B. A union B. So you know the formula. Probability of A union B भन्नु मतलब के हो? Probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. This part will vanish only if it's a mutually exclusive event. Mutually exclusive भन्नुको मतलब A र B मा के पनि common छैन भने चाहिँ. Okay, so look at the board everyone. So हेरौँ mutually exclusive हो कि हैन? A intersection B. What is common between A and B? सानो हेर्नु, सानो number, सानो set. That means look for 2,6 छ. That means यो पनि common रहेछ. 3,5 छैन, 4,4 छ, 5,3 छैन, 6,2 छ. That means these are the three numbers which are common. So 2,6, 4,4 र 6,2. So A intersection B पनि रहेछ. Is that clear? So it is not a mutually exclusive event. So this is the correct formula. Okay. So tell me, what is probability of A ko formula? N of A divided by N of S. B ko N of B divided by N of S. And A intersection B ko N of A intersection B divided by N of S. Now put the value. N भनेको number of elements in A. Just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 eta, 3 eta. 6 3s are 18. 18 S ma you already know 36 plus N of B 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 5 by 36 minus A intersection B ma 1, 2, 3. So 3 by 36. So I'll just do it. How much do you get? LCM is 36. I know. So 18 plus how much is this? 5 is 23 minus 3 is 20. 20. So what are you getting? You are getting 20 by 36. I told you probability can never be more than 1. So your card da kati आउँछ? Simple हेर त. 2 how many times are? 2 10s are, 2 1s are, 2 8s are. Again 2 5s are, 2 9s are. So the probability is 5 by 9. That means in simple language, I told you probability भनेको त ratio हो. It's a division sign. So out of 9 chances, अगर 9 chance पायो भने नौ खेप तिमीले रोल गर्यो भने ओके देयर इज 5 चान्स that the result will either the result in the result either the first die will be even or दुईटा जोड्दाखेरि चाहिँ 8 आउँछ सो यति त हो probability. Is that clear? Okay, so today I could not start off with any question from your book, but book को questions is going to be very very simple. यो चाहिँ मैले अब तिमीलाई क्लास 12 कै पढाइदिइहालेँ. So this is very important. So tomorrow I'm going to start off with your questions that are there in the book. Okay, so everyone, good night.